DIY number 1. Okay, what we have here is just some little wooden letters that was sent to me from BB Craft. I have left their link in the description box below. And I'm going in and painting all 3 of these letters with Waverly chalk paint in the color white. Just making sure that I get them all covered. I have 3 of these wooden blocks from the Dollar Tree. I'm going in and painting one in terracotta red, one in royal blue, and one in Waverly chalk paint white. And I will be covering all of the sides. I went in and glued down the letters, the U, S, and A. And now I'm going in with a black Posca marker. And I'm just giving it some faux stitching along the edges of the letter. Then I will be gluing them together and you will see them on the tiered tray. Okay, I'm participating in the red, white, and blue collaboration, and I'm sorry that I lost some of my footage there, but I will tell you a little bit more about that later on in the video. Okay, I had this little picture frame that I got from a garage sale for 50 cents, and I took the picture out of it, and I had this fabric. This is wonderful fabric. It kind of feels like a denim, and I just laid the backing from the picture and I laid it down on the fabric. I'm going to go in and trim it with my scissors like so. Okay, this little, I wanted to tell you about this collaboration. I'm hosting it along with my bestie, Leah from JunkerneckerDiy. I've left her link in the description box below, as well as the playlist link. Now I'm going in with my jumbo glue stick from the Dollar Tree, and I will be putting on a generous amount on the piece of cardboard and just laying down the piece of fabric. Super simple. And I'll go around and trim off the excess, sorry for saying I'm trying to work on that. Oh, trimming off the extra fabric that was hanging over the sides. And now I'm going in, I just have one of these little pictures from the back of one of the Dollar Tree awesome calendars. And I'll be using some hot glue to glue this down. I mean, I thought it would be a perfect fit for this little frame, but it did need some sort of a backing. And now I will be going in, like I said, and just adding a little bit of hot glue here, just to hold this little picture in place. And I'll have to go in and add some more here at the bottom as well. And I'm flipping around the frame, putting the glass back into place. And I realized that I probably should add a little bit of hot glue around the edges, just to make sure that the little picture stays in place. And then I'll be flipping it over, and you can see how perfectly good that it fit in this little frame. Well, when I use the fabric for backing. And now what I'm going to do is it come with this little stand. And I actually go in and I paint the stand and around the frame in the Tuscan red. And now I'm going to go in with some boxwood greenery, and I'm just going to add a few pieces to the front. I think this greenery was the perfect touch for this little piece. Now I'm adding a jute twine bow that I took from another project. I'm always trying to reuse things to save some money and craft from my stash. And here I am, excuse me, popping this little picture back into the holder, and that little DIY is finished for the tier tray. On to DIY number 3. You're probably thinking, okay, she has a witch's cauldron. What's she going to do with it? Well, I go in with the color of white chalk paint, and I end up cutting off the little handle, and I'm going to make a little flower pot out of it. It took me 2 coats of paint to cover it. Okay, I have these 3 stars. One will be painted in royal blue, one will be painted in Tuscan red, and one will be painted in Waverly chalk paint in the color white. Now I went in and I added a little piece of floral foam, and I have these cute little pink, or they're not pink, they're very yellow flowers from the Dollar Tree. And here I am. I had to take the foam out and add some hot glue there to try to hold the foam into place. And I'm just going in and trying to fill this up with these little flowers. And I tried to put as many as I could in because I wanted it to be full looking. And then I just even added a little bit of greenery in there as well. I'm just trying to arrange them the right way. Now I have these little skewers that I cut down. I'm going to be painting each one in the color White by Waverly. And I just like the idea that I, seen that package of cauldrons laying in my stash, and I'm like, I need something for the tier tray that is different than anything I've ever done. So yeah, I was like, yeah, let me go for it and see what I can do here. Now my next step with this little project is I'm going to be going in and gluing a star to each one of these little skewers. Now I will tell you where I messed up on this project. I should have cut the skewers longer, and you'll see why here in a second. I could not get them to fit. So I had to take the flowers out. And you'll see in the final reveal on the tiered tray. I mean, it still turned out really, really cute. But, was hoping to keep the color in it. And we're going on to DIY number 5. I have these popsicle sticks. And I always wanted to create just a small ladder. Like a quilt ladder. I have one in my home, and I think they're just so gorgeous. And I just took 2, and I kind of put the top a little bit more narrow, made it wider as I went down, and I added 4 across. And then I had to go in and do a little trimming. And then what I did not get on film is I used Waverly Antique Wax on this little ladder, and that is just was the perfect touch. I say Waverly Antique Wax makes anything better. Okay, now here I have some ticking fabric, and I just cut off 2 little pieces. Now what I'm going to do is take just a little line of hot glue and go up each side. I'm going to fold it over and press it down. What I am going for here is to make it look like little quilts. And I figured the red and white ticking fabric, and I'm using some more of the blue denim fabric with the stars, that would, you know, make it be a patriotic DIY. And here I am pulling off the strings here. I'm going to go on and do this one as well. And this project here was super fun. Oh, I enjoyed it. I really enjoy working with making miniature things. Tiered tray items. I love it. I'm just folding that one over as well. Now we're going to go in and place them on the little ladder. And I have to add glue to the front as well as the back on each one of these. What's cute is, I mean, you could just add any kind of fabric to it, you know, and keep it around for each season. Even if you know, use the Waverly Antique Wax, you could use it even for Christmas. Just change the little quilt things that you have hanging there. Well, really, you could add florals or something if you didn't want to use fabric. But I thought this was the perfect touch. One at the bottom, then I go in and I do add another one at the top. I just don't get that part recorded, but sorry. Okay. And there's the little ladder. DIY number 6. Okay, I have this larger size Jenga block, going in and painting it with the color of royal blue. And this will be representing a service member that is in a blue uniform. Okay, and then we're going to go in, and there's a smaller one that I'm going to be painting in white, and this will be his spouse. And if y'all have made it with me this far, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. If you've not yet become a member of my YouTube family, I ask that you subscribe, hit that post notification bell. It's going to keep you informed each and every time that I upload a video. And like I said, just give me the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment and I'll get back with you on it as soon as I can. And this little fella, this is a Jenga mini block. I'm just going to go in with Tuscan red on this one. This is going to be their little child. And I thought this was just, I've seen this idea before several times on Pinterest, but I haven't seen it like this one. And I thought it was super cute. Now what I'm going to be doing next is showing you guys. I actually took beads and put on the top of those little Jenga blocks for the head, for their heads. But I didn't get that filmed. But here is my tiered tray. There's the little ladder and the little flower pot that I created. And there's the little military family right there. And the rest of what I will be showing you is a vignette of I have some DIYs that I just did a couple weeks ago. I did these 3 little houses here. And I will will link the video for these projects in the description box below, in case you would like to go over and watch that. And I ask after you're finished watching my video that you'll check out Leah's video and the playlist, and I'm sure that you will not be disappointed. And I wrote "dust me" on there because I forgot to dust the little truck before I set it out. I'm so sorry. Again, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy my DIYs and my tier tray and my vignette. Have a blessed and wonderful day.